Victimology, Theories and Applications, Chapter 8, School Violence. School violence in the United States. 8% of students in grades 9 through 12 threatened or injured with a weapon on school property. 31% of students in grades 9 through 12 had been in a physical fight at least one time during the previous 12 months. Students ages 12 to 18 were victims of about 1.2 million non-fatal crimes at school. 85% of public schools recorded one or more incidents of crime amounting to an estimated 2.0 million crimes. Of the 38 students, staff, and non-student violent deaths on school property occurring during the 2008-2009 school year, 24 were homicides and 14 were suicides. 5% of students ages 12 to 18 reported they were afraid of attack or harm at school. Bullying. In 1990s, FBI found problems of serious bullying noted as a factor in 21 of the 27 school shootings. Bullying best understood as a continuum. Why does teasing and roughhousing cross the line? Bullying has short and long-term consequences for all those involved. Youth who are bullied in and away from school are 2.7 times more likely to carry a weapon. Types of bullying. Physical bullying. Peaks during grades 6 through 8 and is reported about twice as often by boys than by girls. Verbal bullying includes taunts, threats, name-calling, and derogatory comments. Twice as many students indicate they are victims of verbal bullying than those who admit to perpetrating it. Social bullying, rumors and behaviors aimed at deliberate school exclusion, more commonly reported by girls than boys. Signs of bullying. Comes home with damaged clothing or belongings. Frequently loses books and/or personal belongings. Has unexplained injuries. Attempts to avoid school because of headaches, stomach aches, feeling sick. Does not want to visit with friends or has fewer friends. Changes in eating habits. Feels helpless, bad about themselves, moody, anxious, or angry. Afraid of going to school, doing activities with friends. Signs a child may be a bully. Becomes violent or gets into fights with others. Gets sent to the principal's office or has frequent detentions. Has extra money or belongings. Blames others. Has friends who are bullies. Factors contributing to gang development. Conventional socializing agents, such as families and schools, are largely ineffective in alienating, and adult supervision is absent. Adolescents have a great deal of free time that is not consumed by other pro-social rules. Members have limited access to appealing careers or jobs. Young people have a place to congregate, usually a well-defined neighborhood. Victims of gang violence. Generally live with and or among the perpetrators of their crimes, similar to domestic violence victims. Often seen as contributors to the crime, frequently afraid or unable to exercise victims' rights. Despite legislation that allows for relocation, prosecutors lack funding for relocation victims and witnesses of gang violence. Lack the English language skills often prohibits engagement of the judicial process. May be affected by cultural norms and mores that include a general distrust of U.S. government, and hence they may not access or even be aware of available services or participate in any way with the criminal justice system. Addressing gang violence in schools. Programs to strengthen families and parenting skills. Programs that promote and strengthen social and academic competencies. Programs that enhance a sense of community among students, teachers, and academic leaders. Engagement of community groups and community leaders. Provision of social and instrumental support for youth at risk. Motivation for school shootings. Must understand motive in order to develop prevention program. What makes someone act so lethally against their peers and school authorities? Revenge. According to Secret Service U.S. DOE study, motive for more than half, 61%, the attackers. 81% had some sort of grievance at time of attack, either against their target or someone else. Though depression and psychotropic medication are preferred for motivations, bullying is the theory that supersedes all. What is a threat? Expression of intent to do harm or act out violently against someone or something. Spoken, written, or symbolic. Assessment. 2 critical principles. All threats and threateners are not equal. Most threateners are unlikely to carry out threat. All threats must be taken seriously and evaluated. Identifying the threatener is critical to assessment. Motivation. Can never be known with complete certainty. A threat will reflect the threatener's mental and emotional state of mind at that time. Specific plausible details are critical data can include the identity of the victim, reason for threat, means, weapons, timing, etc. More details equal more thought, planning, but quality of detail is important too. Example, plausible? In general, the more detailed, the more serious. The four-pronged assessment model. Developed by the FBI, designed to obtain as much information as possible about a student whose behavior conduct is in question. Designed to assess someone who has made a threat and evaluate the likelihood of action. 4 major areas are looked at: personality dynamics, family dynamics, school dynamics, social dynamics. Personality dynamics. Unique pattern of characteristics that distinguish individuals from each other. Adolescent behavior is not yet crystallized. Understanding adolescent personality development is extremely important in addressing someone from this age group. Clues to behavior can be found when observing the student threatener expressing his/her feelings, responding to rules, coping with conflict, etc. Family dynamics. Patterns of behavior, thinking, beliefs, traditions, roles, customs, and values that exist in a family. When a student has made a threat, knowledge of these dynamics is a key factor in understanding if the threat is real. School dynamics. Patterns of behavior, thinking, beliefs, customs, traditions, roles, and values within a school's culture. Relationship of threat assessment and school dynamics has not been empirically established. Can explain how a particular student fits in or doesn't fit in with the value system. Assessors need to be aware of how the students perceive the school's values. Patterns of behavior. Social dynamics. Patterns of behavior, thinking, beliefs, customs, traditions, and roles that exist in the larger community where the student lives. Have an impact on students' behavior and their feelings about themselves. An adolescent's peer group plays an especially crucial role.